Hello to all of you people out in the writing universe. I am back with a new video. I'm sorry if you can't see my face. I am recording on uh my uh on my iPad mini. I am sorry about this cuz I'm trying to do the best as I can to try to keep some space on my phone, especially for my other channel. And also, I can't see, I'm visually impaired. But today, I do have a bit of some good news. Hoping it is good news for all of you. I think I got writers branding to finally get the picture, as in finally getting the idea of stop contacting me for a long while, for or hoping forever, because I did get on their cases about it. Because on Monday night, they tried contacting me again when it felt like they don't get the idea of stop contacting me, or at least they didn't get the idea of taking me off of the contact list, or at least put me on the do not contact, as in do not call, don't email me, don't text me even either, because well, I think I kind of had a bit of fun, which should have not have occurred, because I got on their cases when it came to the uh, saying that the Better Business Bureau is where I got my information about them being a scam. Because, as you probably remembered in my last video about them being desperate, they said, "Oh, we are not a scam." But they are, and I told them, well, you have really bad ratings on your Better Business Bureau page, which apparently they are not accredited for who they are and everything. And, well, they have 1 out of 5 stars according to their page, because a lot of people have complained about them. And I saw that um, one, what was the most recent complaint was done at the start of 2023, and they didn't really respond until October of 2023. So, yeah, basically, I did call the number that they left in the text message conversation and try to tell them, hey, stop contacting me, blah, blah, blah. And apparently, that they are a terrible company, that they're terrible due to scamming people, that the Better Business Bureau uh, is has a lot of people complain about them on there, and so on. And I recorded that, and unfortunately, I don't have the device with me at the moment. Sorry about that. But I did record myself uh, telling them to stop calling me, basically, to have, like, hey, I did say this. If anything happens in the future, because, well, if writers branding were to come after me again, it's like, I did say stop contacting you guys in your main guys voicemail box. I would say go back and listen to that. um Apparently Jerry, which he goes by, uh, text me back saying, sorry for missing your voicemail. I mean, not your voicemail, your call, that I was talking with our representative from the New York Times bestseller list about the BBB. And I don't know who they know over at the New York bestsellers list, and that they would tell them, oh, we're a great company, probably that's what they said to them. And I'm like, well, you guys get so many complaints, blah, blah, blah. And it turned into something like, oh, anybody could bribe the not bestseller, BBB. I even told them, you have a D on there, which is true, but now they have an F from what I've seen this morning. Yeah, they have an F now. Yep, they're failing. When they said my publisher is a failing publisher. And the funny response I found was like, thank you, we take that as a compliment. And what I also kind of got back at them because they said, thanks for your honesty. I said, you meant honesty? I thought you were supposed to be a publisher. And it's like, we're not perfect as you. I'm like, wow. I would have gone like, thanks. Thanks for the correction. I think probably, of course, dictation does its faux pas, trust me, if they were dictating. But even though I could probably see that sent with Siri in the text messages. And, well, what really got me is that they kind of made it sound like they're gaslighting towards the end of our conversation towards the end, which I kind of ignored them towards the end, like let it be, because they don't need any more fuel, and I already put out the fire because I was exhausted. I was wanting to get to have dinner and get to bed because, of course, I have work the next day because I do work as work an 8 to 5 teaching job. So I did go on to my Chromebook and contacted the New York Times bestseller list myself and told them who these people are. They got scammed. And I also said, I'm not sure who is working with writers branding or who is their contact, but you gotta be careful because they have scammed a lot of authors and that they have so many complaints on the BBB. And so New York Times did get back to me and said, thanks for letting us know about this. We'll keep a lookout. I hope your endeavors, we wish you luck on your endeavors because I told them I did not sell as many copies of the book, which I remembered researching. You need to sell at least 5,000 books in order to be on the New York Times bestseller. New York Times bestsellers, and I said I'd rather do this on my own, find my own way, which is true. I'd rather do it honestly versus working with a company that would scam so many people so much money. And I have a feeling they would charge me so much money to be on this list, which should not cost at all. Because it did say on their page, publishers are supposed to contact us about sales. And when I saw their email, it's like, I need to let them know. And I was glad I let them know because I do not want them to feel like they are working with a bad company. And they said, we wish you luck on your endeavors. Oh, right. I did forget to say, also part of that text message conversation, they also said, oh, by the way, research into the BBB, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I already do. I have the internet at my fingertips, which is true. Because if you remember watching my last video about how to tell a scam is a scam. I always hate how even MLMs think that we're too stupid to not research on the internet when nowadays we have the internet on our phones, whether it's Chrome on the Android phones, whether it's Safari or Opera on the iPhone. I mean, heck, I even have my MacBook in front of me sometimes when I'm teaching somebody how to use the Mac. And also, of course, I'm writing something on the Mac at the moment. I'll announce it soon. I have Opera right on that machine, and I could go on a break and research onto anything if I need to about a company. Or, of course, any keyboard commands I may need for the next class, which can happen because I am an assistive technology instructor, by the way. So, anyways, what else? So Tuesday passes, nothing. Wednesday passes, nothing. And then Thursday arrives. And apparently, I was not expecting when I turned on my cell data to pick up my lunch from my DoorDasher because I was getting lunch and I was going to be in a webinar during lunch. When it came to an app that helps other visually impaired people known as Envision AI. And I get this picture message. And it was from the guy from Writers Branding, Jerry. Oh, good old Jerry. And he sends me a picture message, which I was glad VoiceOver was able to read, from Reddit, talking about how BBB is kind of like Yelp, blah, blah, blah. And I sent a link that I saved to my bookmarks on Safari about why getting a BBB accreditation is important. And it's straight from the BBB, by the way. And of course, no answer after me sending that link, and I decided to finally block this number because it's a waste of time to get into all these fights with this guy who says, oh, we're not a scam, we're just helping other authors, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's BS, because I went back on the BBB page and I still see this comments about, oh, I'm not sure what happened, but I did remember making a comment on their page. I no longer see it on there because I kind of said, hey, stop contacting me about this. I even was gaslit about my publisher. It's no longer there. And they also responded saying, we saw great potential in you. That's why we contacted you in the first place. So it's not there anymore. Great. But I did see other people putting like 1 stars. Even some guy wished that he would put 0 stars. And, well, hoping I did put a stop to them because I did email the info at writersbranding.org. Was it .org or .com? I forget. Their website, not email link. It was not even linked. It was just an email address that they did not link. But I did send it to them, and I got a response right away saying, sorry for the frustration that you got. We want you to be comfortable, so we put you on our do not call, do not email list. Hoping that is actually going to stop, because I can't handle these people, especially other companies, because they need to understand that I am not stupid and I'm not willing to give them my books for them to not do anything after spending like $900 to close to 5,000 to 6,000, because the person that was having the New York Times campaign where they had their books in a small blurb that looked very blurry according to what they had said. And that they didn't use the right cover for one of their books. And apparently, when they responded, they said, "Oh, we used the original cover," and that we tried contacting you over and over again, and you didn't even respond to our emails, and so on. And I'm like, wow. They kind of dropped the ball on the New York Times bit. And hoping that they get the idea not to contact me ever again. When I told them stop contacting me for good, because, like I said, I am not working with these people, so this kind of got me to redo this. A few years back, I accidentally fell for a scam that claimed to be Geek Squad, and that almost caused an issue with my bank, the bank that I have now, because I ended up losing a bank account years ago, around 2015, and but it's all good. It's been straightened out, and I went to write a book called Flags Up, How to Avoid Scams. So I am writing that book, but getting it published on Apple Books. So it could be help. It would help kind of boost sales on one project that I am doing, at least on one platform, because it's not easy being a writer. A lot of people write a lot of stuff that's out there, but I decided to, why not put it on a different platform and just put my writing out in a different arena. So I am currently writing that. I am using Pages. I am still on chapter 1. I am researching into some of the most vulnerable groups that get attacked by these scams. I know people with disabilities are one of those groups that get sought out and taken advantage of by scams. Like I said, I went through one scam years ago, not just by Geek Squad, but also one that claimed to be a company that said that I was hired, and I ended up losing my first bank account, and because they covered their butts. And I'm not gonna lie, I did tell that story in a prologue. So yeah, I am glad that I haven't heard back from Writers Branding, so I am gonna keep myself from not trying to talk to them. I am glad for the subscriber on here told me the only way of not having them try to keep them away from you is not giving them your book. And I have not given them any of my books at all. Thank goodness, because I am done with them. I am done with all these scam companies who think that it's great to try to come after a visually impaired person, thinking they would fall for the trap. But I am not falling for their trap. I am smart enough because I could tell from the language that they use, their mannerisms, and like I said in the last video, no is a full sentence. And also seeing how immature they could act after you turning them down as well, because I kind of felt like this Jerry guy from Writers Branding became a whole entire immature dude. Like, oh, research into the BBB next time. Oh, like, really, dude? You know we are in 2024 where we have the internet on every single device. Even, heck, even my Echo Show over here probably has the whatever internet that Amazon had. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Sorry. But, anyways, of course, we have the internet at our fingertips on our phones. Thank you very much. Even on my iPad. Thank you very much. So, that is going to be it for this video. So, if you liked hearing about me taking down scams and looking out and how to watch your back, make sure you like and subscribe. I will try to start promoting my books a little bit more on here because YouTube is supposed to be my oyster. So I will keep working on the book. I am going to be updating over on Patreon. If you have not become a member on my Patreon, you should. Is patreon.com/The Writing Lot, where you could pay $5 a month to get exclusive updates about my books, including a lovely sleep, because I'm supposed to be starting back up with that book once I get my assistive technology certification, which I've been studying for the past couple of weeks. So that is something that I want. So make sure you follow that. And also, I'll be putting the links to my books down below as well, so you could check it out. They're available on Amazon, Audible. Also, if you guys do have an iPhone, you could also listen to the audio version from iTunes. And for anybody who has a print disability, you can also find them on bookshare.org. So until next time, see ya!